Well, hello there. If it isn't my knights, my homies come back to watch their favorite small-time content creator, you have all been missed.
I don't see. Oh, I get it. He's in denial.
And did not. I thought we were pals, Ed. How am I not your favorite?
Of course we're pals, and as your pal, I gotta be honest. I wouldn't say favorite, at least in my opinion. I can give you like top 50 for sure of the ones that I know of, but I don't know about favorite.
What? Top 50? You don't even know 50! You know what? Forget you, shut-in. As for my lovely knights, I thought I'd try out another special little story time video, since my simp video was so well received, and I take so much pride in that video's creation. This time around, it's not a simp-related tale, but a tale that takes place long after the simp one. A tale of my origins, a tale of breakthrough. A tale of how I received the name Holy. At least, that first part of my name, anyway. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Ed, I said, shall we, all along, like, that's your cue.
For someone only ranked top 50, you could improve by saying please every once in a while.
Please, just play the intro before you improve with less sarcasm and less places to live! Thank you, Ed. Sheesh. Anyways, this is essentially the story of how I got saved, how I finally connected with God, and then recognized that He was real, and then could finally open my heart to pursue an actual relationship with Him, not just a lifestyle, but a relationship with Him. So this is obviously my pre-holiness, and so the second to last night of this conference, it was a week-long conference, so it went from like Tuesday to Friday, and I think this was on a Thursday if I remember correctly, but the second to last night, while the service was going on, usually it's like there's this big stage with the preacher and the worship team on the stage playing a bunch of music. It's almost like a concert in a way, but it's taken very seriously, and there's just as loud as music, but and just as much dancing about as a concert, but there was a different presence to it. But yeah, they had an altar call, and I think the altar call was, if you aren't sure that Jesus is real, just they said either come to the altar or lift your hands up high or something like that. And they said, and they did that, and I did everything they told me to do, and I reached out. I said, God, if you're real, I just need you to show up for me right now. I just need you to show up for me, and show me that you're real. Show me your love. Show me your presence in my life. And it was a bit of an indescribable feeling came over me. It was like it was almost like a breath of fresh air, but different. It wasn't like me just breathing. That probably sounded congested because there's like phlegm in my throat right now, but it wasn't like a deep breath, but it was just like a breath of the cleanest air that I've ever breathed, and I felt so much peace and love within my heart in that moment, and I'm pretty sure tears started to flood my eyes, and I was just and that was it. That was God showing me who He was. That was God showing me that He was love, that He was peace, that He was everything that I ever needed in all my life. I felt whole in that moment, and I don't know if I had ever felt whole up to that point. And even then, as I was crying, I asked God, I get it. You're real. I see that. I feel that. You're real. You're as real as ever. You're as real as this feeling in my chest right now. But what I need a sign. I just need a hug. Just send me a hug. Show me a physical sign of your love in my life. And like clockwork, I felt a physical hug being given to me, as I was kneeling on the ground, I was in shock and disbelief that I opened my eyes, and it was this girl that I had never met before. It was this girl who I was on the blue team in those tribes back in the day, and she was on the red team, so we were kind of enemies. But she gave me a hug, and I had no idea who she was. I had never met her before. In that moment, I knew that God was looking out for me. God was really supplying for me. He spoke to that person to reach me, and I continued to just flow with tears. It was a feeling like none other, and it was so fantastic, and it was so great, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. It's a core piece of who I am today, because it helped me realize who I am, what I stand for, what I'm capable of. Maybe not all in that moment as a 16-year-old kid, but just going down the line, it's a foundation for who I am. It is who I am. I didn't come up with the name Holy Knight and the actual name Holy Knight King until later, but that's essentially how I was granted the honor of becoming holy. We were rounding everybody up, and we were heading to the van that my youth leaders rented for the trips for us to get from our hotel to the conference. And so the van, once like most of the kids and then one of the youth leaders was outside of the van, but we were all piled into the van, and then the last kid that got into the van closed the door, and then one of the youth leaders tried to get in, and we couldn't get it open, and it was stuck, and we just weren't sure what to do. We kept trying to budget, it wouldn't go, it would not go. We kept trying to push it, kept trying to pull it, it wouldn't go. And then one of the youth leaders that I was specifically close to, this was something else, bro. He was inside the van, right? And he had gotten out of his seat. I think he's like, "Don't worry, I got it." And he's like, and with the just utmost confidence and vigor and conviction in his voice, he uttered the two words that I probably least expected to come out of his mouth in that moment. This man belted out, "Booty power!" And he started trying to bust the van door open with his behind. And we were all laughing, but like he was seriously trying to do it. That door took about 3 hits. He went, "Booty power," and then it was one big hit with his behind, a second big hit with his behind, and with that third hit, he went bang right into that van door. And guess what happened? The door did not open. The window of the van door shattered into many, many pieces, shattered all over his back, shattered all over the parking lot, or the little strip of parking lot against the van, almost onto the other youth leader that was outside, and everybody just was in shock. And then we all started dying laughing. Nobody expected him to shatter the window with his cheeks, like, bro. Even the youth leaders were laughing until they realized they had to get it fixed because it was a rental. We all took a breath. We realized, or the kid who had just come into the van initially realized that the van door was just locked. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like and what other story ideas you want to hear in the comments. Until next time, my knights, my homies, much love, and have a blessed day. And don't never underestimate the booty power.